नमस्ते, वेलकम टू माय चैनल। दिस इज़ प्रियदर्शनी। अब से मैं बायोलॉजी के टॉपिक पे वीडियो बनाऊंगी जो एंट्रेंस और बोर्ड एग्जाम्स के लिए हेल्प होगा। पहले से ही बेसिक्स क्लियर होना ज़रूरी है, इसीलिए थ्योरी बेस्ड अभी बना रही हूँ, फिर जब टॉपिक ख़त्म हो जाएगा तब MCQ बेस्ड बना दूंगी। नाउ आई एम स्टार्टिंग विद ह्यूमन फिजियोलॉजी। दिस इज़ एन इम्पॉर्टेंट टॉपिक एंड इससे क्वेश्चन ज़रूर आएंगे। पहले जानते हैं व्हाट इज फिजियोलॉजी। इट इज द स्टडी ऑफ फंक्शन एंड विलियम हार्वे इज नोन टू बी द फाउंडर ऑफ इट। अभी टॉपिक पहले हम डिस्कस करेंगे डाइजेशन एंड अब्सॉर्प्शन, उसके बाद एक एक यूनिट कंप्लीट कर दूंगी। सो लेट्स स्टार्ट।
Digestion and absorption. The sum total of processes by which the living organisms obtain those substances which are necessary for their growth and maintenance and for meeting their energy needs is called nutrition. Food is taken in to supply the necessary nutritive elements and chemical substances present in food and are called nutrients. The process of conversion of complex food substances to simple absorbable forms is called digestion. Nutrients may be of two types, organic and inorganic. Organic nutrients are carbohydrates, lipids, proteins and vitamins. Inorganic constitutes water and minerals. Depending upon the quantity and function, nutrients are of two types, macronutrients, micronutrients. Macronutrients are nutrients which provide energy. Example, carbohydrates, lipids, proteins. Micronutrients do not provide any energy, but their deficiency can cause abnormalities and diseases like minerals, vitamins and water. Digestion is carried out by our digestive system by chemical and biochemical methods. The general organization of the human digestive system can be seen in the slide. The human digestive system consists of alimentary canal and the digestive glands. First we will discuss about alimentary canal. It consists of following parts. Mouth. Alimentary canal begins with the anterior opening called mouth. Mouth has two parts, vestibule, oral cavity. In this slide we can see the oral vestibule. It is a slit-like space bounded externally by lips and cheeks and internally by gums and teeth. Oral cavity. It is the inner portion and has following parts. Palate. It is the root of the oral cavity. Anterior part is the hard palate and posterior part is the smooth and hence termed soft palate. The hinder free part of soft palate freely hanging down on the small flap is called uvula. Now tongue. The tongue is attached to the floor of the mouth by a fold called lingual frenulum. There are four types of papillae found in our mouth, and in the next slide we will see types of papillae. First is the circumvallum papillae. Here you can see it. These are 8 to 12 in number and the largest in the four types. Filiform papillae. Here in the middle we can see the filiform papillae and they are conical and numerous among the four types. It has touch receptors but not taste bud. Fusiform papillae. They are round, much lesser than filiform and are found near the tip of the tongue. Each papillae has 5 taste buds. Foliate papillae. Here the foliation you can see. It is not developed in human tongue and leaf-like structure situated at the sides of the base of the tongue. In early childhood, their taste buds degenerate. Human tongue has 4 taste buds: sweet, salt, sour and bitter. Function of tongue. It acts as an accessory digestive organ. It helps in swallowing and chewing the food. It plays a role in speech and is an organ of taste. Now teeth. Humans have two sets of teeth, milk or deciduous and permanent, hence called diphthongs. Their teeth are embedded in sockets of jaw bones, hence called thecodonts, and have different types of teeth, hence heterodont. There are 4 kinds of teeth: incisors, canines, premolars and molars. So the dental formula is for the milk teeth 212 by 212 in order incisors, canines and premolars. And in permanent teeth the dental formula is 2123 by 2123 incisors, canines, premolars, molars respectively. Incisors are specialized for cutting, premolars and molars are specialized for crushing, and canines for biting and tearing the food. You can see the vertical section of the human incisor on the right side. A tooth consists of 3 regions: crown, neck and root. The part which projects the gums is called the crown. Neck, it is surrounded by gum. Roots, which is embedded inside the bone. Enamel, it is the hardest substance of human body and covers the dentine in the crown. Dentine, it has numerous caniculae that pass radially from the pulp cavity towards the enamel. Pulp cavity is enclosed by dentine that contains mass of cells, blood vessels and nerves which constitutes the pulp. There are 2 types of cells in tooth: odontoblasts, ameloblasts. Odontoblasts form the dentine, ameloblasts form the enamel. Now we will discuss pharynx. Pharynx is divided into 3 parts: nasopharynx, oropharynx and laryngopharynx. With different types of color, the parts of pharynx has been shown in the slide. You can see it clearly. First we will discuss about nasopharynx. It is the nasal part and lies behind the nasal cavities above the soft palate. Oropharynx. Oral part of the pharynx. It lies behind the oral cavity. The nasopharynx and the oral cavity open into oropharynx, which is a common passage for food and air. Laryngopharynx. This is the laryngeal part of pharynx and is the most inferior portion of the pharynx. It leads into the esophagus and behind and the larynx in front. The pharynx is a common passage for food and air. Let's talk about Waldeyer's ring. The lymphatic tissue of the pharynx and oral cavity are all arranged in ring-like manner, collectively called as Waldeyer's ring. It consists of pharyngeal tonsil, tubal tonsil, palatine tonsil, lingual tonsil. All the 4 types you can see in the slide, in the picture. Pharyngeal tonsil. It is attached to the pharynx. In children, it may enlarge and is referred to as adenoids. The swelling may cause obstruction to normal breathing. Tubal tonsils. These are situated around the eustachian tube. Palatine tonsil. They are attached to the palate. They are often infected, leading to sore throat called tonsillitis. Lingual tonsil. It is attached to the pharyngeal part of the tongue. All these lymphoid tissues are active in production of immunoglobulin A. Now I will discuss esophagus. The human esophagus or food pipe is about 25 cm long. It lies behind the trachea and the heart. It comprises of 3 parts: cervical part in the neck, thoracic part in the thorax, abdominal part in the abdomen. The esophagus passes through the diaphragm, opens into the stomach. The esophagus transfers food from the pharynx to the stomach. Now, stomach. It is the widest part of the alimentary canal and is J-shaped. The stomach has 4 parts: cardiac part, fundus, body and pyloric part. You can see in the slide the parts are highlighted: the cardiac part, body, fundus and pyloric part. Cardiac part. It is so called because it is present near the heart. The gastroesophageal sphincter lies in the opening between esophagus and stomach. Fundus. commonly filled with air or gas. Body. It is the main part of the stomach. Pyloric part. It is the posterior part of the stomach. Pyloric sphincter guards the opening between the stomach and the duodenum and periodically permits partially digested food to leave the stomach and enter the duodenum. Functions of stomach. It stores food for some time. It churns and breaks up food and mixes the pieces with gastric juice. Partial digestion of food takes place here. Now we will discuss small intestine. It is so named because it has small diameter. Length is correlated with the height of the individual but not with the weight. It is the longest part of the alimentary canal. It consists of duodenum, jejunum and ileum. Duodenum, jejunum and ileum. First we will discuss about duodenum. It is so called because it has a long as the breadth of 12 fingers. It is about 25 centimeter long and is shortest, widest part of the small intestine. The ampulla of Wetter opens into the duodenum. This ampulla receives both bile duct from the liver and main pancreatic duct from the pancreas. Iron is mainly absorbed in the duodenum. Jejunum. It is redder and more vascular. It is the middle part of the small intestine and is 2.5 meters long. Ileum. It is the longest part of the small intestine. Here you can see. Both jejunum and ileum are greatly coiled. They are suspended by mesentery. Finger-like projections of the mucosa, the villi, are present in the small intestine. Villi are absent over the Peyer's patches. The villi present on the surface of small intestine increases the surface area for absorption. What are the functions of small intestine? It completes digestion of proteins, carbohydrates, fats and nucleic acids. It absorbs nutrients into the blood and lymph. It secretes certain hormones such as cholecystokinin, secretin, enterogastrin, etc. and secretes digestive enzymes. Large intestine. Its diameter is larger than that of small intestines. Hence it is so called. It is divisible into three parts: cecum, colon and rectum. Cecum. The cecum is pouch-like structure which is above 6 centimeters. The vermiform appendix is an outgrowth of the cecum. Here you can see the cecum is present and the outgrowth, which is the appendix. Appendix is thought to be vestigial. The inflammation of vermiform appendix is called appendicitis. Colon. This is the colon. This is the transverse colon, ascending colon and the descending colon. Ascending colon is the shortest of the colon. Now rectum. The sigmoid colon opens into the rectum. This is the sigmoid colon which opens into the rectum. The opening of the anal canal is called as anus. The anus has an internal anal sphincter composed of smooth muscle fibers and an external anal sphincter comprised of stripped muscle fibers. What are the functions of large intestine? The chief functions of the large intestines are the absorption of water and elimination of solid waste. Now, histology of alimentary canal. The wall of alimentary canal consists of 4 basic layers, and they are serosa, muscularis, submucosa and mucosa. See in the picture, we can see the outer one, serosa, then the next muscularis, then submucosa and the mucosa, and in the middle you can see the lumen. First we will discuss about serosa. It is made up of squamous epithelium and areolar connective tissue. It is continuous with the mesentery. Since the esophagus lies outside the cecum, its outer wall is not covered by serosa, but an irregular coat of dense elastic fibers connective tissue called adventitia externa. Muscularis. It is composed of outer longitudinal and internal circular muscle fibers. The stomach, an additional layer of oblique muscle layer, is found inner to the circular muscle fibers. The muscle fibers are smooth, and in between the longitudinal and circular muscle fiber there is a network of nerve cells and parasympathetic nerve fibers called airbus plexus. Submucosa. It consists of loose connective tissue richly supplied with blood and lymphatic vessels, and in some area with glands. Mesenteric plexus is present in between the muscular coat and the mucosa. This plexus controls the secretion of intestinal juice. Mucosa. Mucosa epithelium has goblet cells which secrete mucus. It is the innermost layer lining the lumen of the alimentary canal. It is so named because it secretes mucus to lubricate the inner lining of the gut. This layer forms irregular folds called rug in the stomach and is composed of 3 layers: muscularis, mucosa, lamina propria, and the epithelium.
This was all about the alimentary canal of the digestive system. In the next video, I'll discuss about the digestive glands. And if you have any doubt, you can write in the comment box. And thank you for watching my video. If you like it, please like, share and subscribe. And do not forget to hit the bell icon to get notified. Thank you.